Hello everyone, my name is Frosty R&B, Nintendo streamer, Nintendo Let's Player on Twitch. But today, I like to showcase my Nintendo Wii collection. Now, this is not ordered right now, and I have my Nintendo Wii downstairs. So if you guys are curious, I have, the first time I had the Nintendo Wii was actually my father. It was the last console my father bought for me. But it was an OG Nintendo Wii White that actually played GameCube games. And the thing about the Wii was I don't really use it as much anymore because one, I got a dedicated GameCube game or dedicated GameCube system. And two, I have a Nintendo Wii U because I don't know if it's just my Wii, but for whatever reason, it tends to overheat after 2 hours of gameplay. And it doesn't play like Brawl or Metroid Other M, which are double dual disc layered discs. So that's why I don't really use it anymore, unfortunately. But the Nintendo Wii had a lot of memories. I contacted my first 2 years of high school with friends via message. Forget Facebook. We just like contact each other by using the dang Wii remotes. Like, okay, these are the messages, but that's just that. So I'm gonna start with the stuff. So of course I don't have the system with me, it's downstairs. And then I got one nunchuck. I have two, but this is just a like a coded protection I got for free, but I can't find my second Wii remote for whatever reason. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Or second nunchuck, sorry. I have the white one as well, but I can't find that either. So I don't know what's going on with my Wii stuff, but I got the Motion Plus Black controller. This came with the what game did it came with? I think it came with the Flink Smash, which I sold, by the way, or it came with like the Wii Sports Resort. I can't remember which one it was, but it's got to be one of those games. And of course, same thing, but Zelda Edition. This remote looks really, really nice. And by the way, this is a limited edition that you can only get with the Skyward Sword limited edition. So there's that. Now, it's a shorter video than usual, but I'm going to go with the games I finished / completed first. My opinion is pretty much based on 100% completion, nothing really else. So your opinion is going to vary, of course. I got Animal Crossing City Folk, copy and paste Animal Crossing from Animal Crossing Wild World, add a city function, and you get this game. Now, none of my games are Nintendo Selects. They're all OG first prints. You can tell if they're first prints or not by looking at the disc. If it's like super shiny, then it's most likely a first print game. Nintendo Selects, I don't like the design of it. And they have like, they cover so much of the artwork. So it's like, what the frickles? Now, if I'm not mistaken, this was like one of the very few Wii games that actually utilize voice chat. And oh boy, guys, Nintendo is still, even to this very day, Nintendo has some ways to go with voice chat because I'll be honest, guys, as much as I love Nintendo, their voice app sucks. Then we go, oh, you know that it's going to be a very short collection. You go from A to K. Kirby Return to Dreamland. This was actually the very first Kirby game I bought, but this isn't the one I first played. I bought this with my own pocket money when I was in high school, and I will say this right now. This game is actually really good. It's not difficult to 100% either besides this one mode, but this one they added a thing called Ultra Abilities. Ultra Abilities is like, just like in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for Kirby's Final Smash. That's where that Final Smash originated from, so this is a really good game. I can't gush it over enough. Ah, yes. Mario Kart Wii. This one introduced motorcycles, of all things. Motorcycles. Yes, it's the first print, as you guys can tell. I will say this, though. The game's RNG is so terrible. Like, I think this is I'll be honest. This is like this is probably my second least favorite behind... This one barely tops Mario 64, mainly because of the RNG. But it does have some good race courses though. Coconut, I think this one has Coconut Mall, but it's been a long time since I last played it. Okay, Now, I'm gonna get controversial topics, opinions on this game, Metroid Other M. I'm a guy who doesn't care about stories, so I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna say that to you guys, but I'll be honest, I actually really enjoyed this game. Like, this game has a very questionable design choice. Voice acting is mediocre, maybe close to terrible, but you gotta admit though, the gameplay of this game is really, really good. If not, probably the best in the entire series. I'm just glad I don't care about story, because I think if I cared about story, my opinions on this game would completely change. But trust me guys, for a cheap game like this, I think this only goes for like $8.99, maybe $5 at minimum. It's not a bad pickup in my personal opinion. But this is the one game that everyone seems to like. I couldn't get into this one, sorry guys. There is a trilogy collection, but I have the first two on the GameCube. So Metroid Prime 3 is honestly the easiest one. They added a brand new mechanic where you activate it, you give up something, and then the enemies instantly die, or bosses chip away dramatically, their health dramatically decreases. This is not my personal favorite. It utilizes Wii motion controls really well, but I personally do not like Wii motion controls. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but Wii motion controls with my setup right now with my computer in my room, it's not good. If I were to play this again on the Wii U, because I have the Wii U in the room, so there's that. Now, this, for whatever reason, is hard to come by. It's not a rare game. It's more of an uncommon game. Pokemon Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. And not only that, Chikorita, best Generation 2 starter of the entire series, in my personal opinion. This is pretty much a mini-game compilation. It does get repetitive after a while. And then once you complete the mini-games, you become friends with Pokemon via Pokebook. I just call it Pokebook because it's like Pokemon Facebook, pretty much. I actually do recommend this one. It's pretty fun. The only thing I will say though is this one utilizes only the Wii controller on sideways. So moving in 3D terrain, just like Metroid Other M, can get bothersome, but it didn't bother me too much. Maybe because I have strong thumbs, but that could just be. Mario Galaxy 1. I remember this game. I actually wasn't planning on buying this game, but my dad got it for me instead. When I was in first year in high school. This come out 2007. No, I was in junior high at this time. Remember it came out for the holidays. My dad got me a bunch of games. He got me Wii Sports, Wii Play, which I got rid of Wii Play. I only got that for the remote. Super Mario Galaxy 1. My sister got Hannah Montana, which I can't find, but it's hers, but I don't care. And Super Paper Mario, which we'll go into details later. But this game, holy cow, despite how linear it is, guys, most of my viewers love this game because they grew up with this game. I don't blame them. It's a really solid 2D platformer. Not the best one in my personal opinion because Odyssey is a thing, but wow, I have more memories with this game than Galaxy 2. Now, Galaxy 2 is not a bad game. It's more like a retelling of the first game. So I guess you can say it's like a half of the first game. So this one introduces Yoshi again after what? Super Mario Sunshine? I think that was the last 3D Mario game he was in. But this one is a lot more difficult in my personal opinion. And I do remember some of it, but I remember this one has a lot more going for it compared to the first one, because there's a lot to do in this one. But I may stream the first two, like Galaxy 1 and 2 sometime, but now is not a good time. Yes, Super Paper Mario. Now, this is a controversial game, if anything. Well, it's not as controversial as the game after it, but it has a reputation of, like, some people said that it ruined the series because it took the RPG mechanics and mixed it in with the platforming. In my personal opinion, I cannot stand turn-based games these days. When I was younger, I could somewhat tolerate them, but these days, not really. But I welcome this change. This one does have the strongest story, but you know, you guys know me, I don't really care about story, but it uses a 2D and 3D mechanic. The 3D stuff does look ugly. It has GameCube visuals. This was originally supposed to come out on the Nintendo GameCube as a late title, but then they scrapped it because Nintendo Wii was in development at the time. So this is not an exact port, but it's like a modification. It's a GameCube modification game, if that makes sense. But I really like this game. I do have a lot of nostalgia for this game, and I actually don't mind 100%ing it. I know it's not a great game 100%, but this one I did not mind compared to Thousand Year Door, which I'll make a GameCube game collection at one point of expressing my opinions on Thousand Year Door. It will. I'm not sure when it will happen though. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I don't care about this version, to be honest. Like, I had a lot of fun with it with my friend Chris. Played it when we were in first year in high school. This came, yeah, first year in high school, because this is 2008. This one introduces a lot of like interesting things, like tripping sucks, by the way. Solid Snake, Sonic. Who would have thought Sonic would actually come to Smash Brothers, right? Now these days it's like, okay, they had Mega Man, Pac-Man. They had a bunch of weird, like, unsuspecting characters. You know, this fan Smash base will continue to be like that because they'll pretty much add almost anyone to Smash Brothers these days. And by the way, as of this recording, the 5th DLC character has not been posted. In my personal opinion, it's probably going to be either Shantae or someone else from like Bandai Namco. Yeah, maybe from Bandai Namco, but I'm not 100% sure though. But Brawl did introduce Subspace Emissary, which is a pretty good mode. It fixed what Melee did with its adventure mode. Less repetitiveness, that I could tell you that much. WarioWare Smooth Moves. Now this is WarioWare games tend to have the reputation of being the weirdest thing of Nintendo's history. So you do have a thing called micro games that last about like 5 to 7 seconds. You gotta have quick reflexes with simple pushing mechanics. This one uses motion controls very, very well, as you guys can see in the screenshots. But it's only about like an hour or 2 hour game, unfortunately. Completion is maybe 4 hours, but I think this is the second best one. In my personal opinion, the first one being WarioWare Gold. Oh my gosh. WarioWare Gold is such an amazing game. But I do recommend this game. So there's that. Now we are getting to the, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I got Wii Sports. Everyone has this game if you have a Nintendo Wii. Just, I wish they packaged it like the PAL versions did, because the PAL versions, they came with a hard case with full cover artwork. Same goes with Link's crossbow training, which I don't have in this video because I lost it. I just wish we had those covers, but I don't know. They cheaped out on us. This is like the system where Nintendo started cheaping out on us, in my personal opinion. But what can you do? Now we're getting into the more rare stuff. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. So this one is, in my personal opinion, I got a receipt in there. In my personal opinion, oh, they got a good artwork. This is probably the most difficult Fire Emblem game I've played so far. Now, I'd say this is better than most of the ones for the 3DS. Not everyone's gonna get into it because even on casual mode, I still die in that game. The AI is actually more crucial, more cruel than anything. But I got Skyward Sword. This one came with like a 25th, I think it's 25th, the 25th anniversary soundtrack on this one. I like to keep it in front because this thing likes to flim like crazy. But Skyward Sword, if I were to summarize it, they introduced the stamina bar, they introduced shield durability, which I don't mind actually. After Breath of the Wild came out, after I played Breath of the Wild one time on stream for 4 hours straight, I was like, you know what, I'll give this game another chance. It's a shiny cover, but if I were to sum up with this one, it's pretty much a Metrovania with Zelda in it. There's a lot of backtracking in this game. That I do recall. But it's a pretty solid title. I mean, most people complain about Wii motion controls, but it's not too bad. Wario Land Shake It, it's pretty much the last 3D or the last 2D Wario game ever made. As of this recording, it's a very fun platformer. I mean, they hand drew everything in this game, from battle scenes or combat, transition scenes, you name it, they hand drew it. I saw a lot of work go into this game. Honestly, this game is so underrated. I wish more people would play this game. Next up, we got Wii Sports Resorts. Now, this one's a pretty interesting one because this one does come with a Wii Motion Plus, depending on which version you get. But I approve of this one. I gotta stop keeping my receipts in this one. Now, this one feels like more of a complete package compared to Wii Sports. So it's like it's a sequel. But if you're looking for jet ski, wave race kind of thing, this is the game for you, because there's a lot of good compilations in this one, as you guys can see. Now, I saved the final game for last because I see this game everywhere, but I never finished it. I 100%ed the second one twice, but Xenoblade Chronicles, this game, once upon a time, it used to be a GameStop exclusive, and then all of a sudden it jumped into like more common. So you can find this game much easier these days. But this game, as of this recording, has already been ported to the Wii U Virtual Console shop, and then the Nintendo 3DS, new Nintendo 3DS, and now it's being remade again on Nintendo Switch, known as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, aka Xenoblade Chronicles DE. I say DE because Definitive Edition is a mouthful, but if you're like me, who does not care about stories in any video games, this game will not disappoint you because the combat is very fast-paced, it's MMO, music is amazing. In my personal opinion, the best BGM music is in this entire game. You will know our names. That's the best BGM music ever made. I will say this though, you're gonna be doing a lot of moving in this game compared to the second one. But this game is amazing. If you have not played it, you do yourself a favor and do this one. The graphics may look outdated, but it's such an amazing game. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's been my Nintendo Switch collection, or Nintendo Wii collection. If you enjoyed this video, give it a subscription down below. It is 100% free. Not only that, if you're very curious about gameplay, go ahead and follow my Twitch channel. And you know, I 100% games, of course. So this has been Frosty R&B. Stay chilly, keep gaming. I'll see you guys in the next one.